Hello everyone, welcome back to the kitchen table. Today on the kitchen table, no flying because it's raining. And I blame these guys, Hobby Mounts in the UK, because they sent me a pack of ND filters to fit the Typhoon H. Also fits the 4K, so thank you to Paul and Hobby Mounts. But ever since these have arrived, it's chucked it down. So it's all your fault. When it stops doing that, I will hopefully get out and we'll run some NDs on the Typhoon H. But before we do that, I took the opportunity to have a look at, it's another case, but actually it's not another case. And I think that this is an absolute little cracker. But before we go any further, it's the kitchen table, isn't it? And we always have a beverage when we're discussing drones and accessories. Today is no exception, but it is an early morning and I'm on the coffee. It is once again some of my home roasted monsoon Malabar being drunk as a sort of a long Americano. So cheers. That's fantastic. So yes, Quadra Box. I got approached by Rob from Quadra Box who said, can we send you one of our cases? We understand the whole kitchen table ethos, no strings attached. Just send it and let us know what you think. And I said, yeah, sure, that's fine. And this is what they sent. And at first, my first thought was, oh, not back to the days of the flight case. I remember when I started, it was the old plastic flight case with the pick and pluck foam. And surely we've all progressed to the backpack by now. And then I've looked at this and do you know what? I think this is an absolutely really viable alternative for people who want something that's got all-round protection and maybe is a little bit smarter than a backpack. Maybe you've got, you don't want to carry things on your back, you prefer the handle, or maybe you want to take it as carry-on or something like that. And so they've put together this. It's, like I said, really solid. It's covered in the kind of the sort of usual shower-proof kind of material. Zip it across the front. Really good, strong webbing and rubberized carry handle. And it even comes with a very nice and very well padded and logoed up shoulder strap. So you can connect it to these D-rings at the side. But what's even nicer in a way is that they've made it able to fit more than one aircraft. But they've done it in a really clever way. And I think we ought to go handheld now. Let's do that and have a look at what I mean. So here you see in the Quadra Box my P3 Pro controller, 1, 2, and actually I've tried, you can squeak a third battery in there, 2 full sets of props disappearing all the way down in there, and even a nicely padded area for the tablet, a couple more hidey holes away. And it's been perfectly shaped and sized for the Phantom 3. Let me just take this out in the right order, then you can see what they've done. But rather than traditional types of these cases, which use a kind of fairly high density foam, and for every different aircraft they have to make a new one, what they've chosen to use is a material that kind of reminds me of, you know, those packing beads that you get that I think are based on kind of cornstarchy stuff. It's kind of like that. It's a bit, but it's got some give and it's got some softness to it, and you can see they've constructed it in layers. And what that means is it's kind of a hybrid. It's not like the old pick and pluck foam and sort of fluff gets everywhere. What they do is they show you on their website how you can easily, and they give you a template to do it, how you can easily convert this for a P4 with a couple of cuts. There's also one on there with somebody who's bought a Zero drone, and they've modified this because this material is just, when it cuts cleanly. A sharp knife, you'll be able to score out, you could pretty much mod this to fit whatever you want. Round the top is the kind of more traditional foam. This means it's super lightweight. This is just under 2.5 kilos empty, and it really isn't a problem to carry by hand. If you want to know the other dimensions, it's 24 centimeters high. It's 41.5 centimeters wide, and it's 35 centimeters deep. I just really like this. It's built really well. These outer walls are solid. The lid has padding and a bit of flex, but it also gives you a nice flat surface so that you can take off from it. If you want to do come to the taking off field and it's covered in muck and you want to get your aircraft off it, you can find a nice spot there, do your pre-flights and take off from the case, which has always been a problem with the backpacks as they tend to have curved shells, and of course how can you stand it on the straps, and this bad boy will sit perfectly straight. So there's lots I like about it. They do mention that one of the reasons why they've done this is to cut down on waste. They have a strong corporate and social responsibility kind of page, and they are talking about, you know, it's really wasteful that every time a new aircraft comes out, we have to sort of remold and you send out new bits and all the others are thrown away. This way, they've kind of done a fairly universal fit with the easy modifications so that you can really go to town and customize it a little bit to your needs. So far, so good, I thought. It's a lovely compact size. It's actually slightly smaller than some of the backpacks that I've got. It fits everything in. There's this kind of element of sort of padding in there and robust sides. The fact that you can land on the top of it, you've got a carry handle, you can shoulder strap it. You know, look quite impressive if you went to go and, you know, take it to a meeting. It's that kind of clean business case type look to it. Where's the catch? I thought it's got to be in the price because, you know, there's a lot of competition in the market. And that's when it became an even better deal, in my opinion, because the price delivered to the UK is £74.99, $99 in the States. And it's available from Amazon in both of them. So if you're a Prime member or, you know, the equivalent, you don't pay any delivery either. I will put links in the description below to the US and the UK Amazon store. And I think it's fantastic. And then unasked for, and nothing of this comes to me, Rob just said, well, look, you know, by the way, if you do like it and if you do want to give it a thumbs up, here's a discount code so that anyone watching can get 10% off at either of those Amazon stores. So again, on the screen now is the details of the code. Stick that in at the Amazon checkout. It'll knock 10% off and you can get it. But I am more than happy to endorse this as a real, absolutely quality, viable alternative to the backpack. That, you know, the robustness of it, the look of it. If you don't want to go down the backpack route, or you find that you're worried about the protection provided for them, or for whatever reason you don't get on with the straps, and this is a real alternative at a very, very good price point, in my opinion. So there we go. That is the Quadra Box. This is the QB1. Which implies there might be others, but as I say, on their website, all sorts of little hacks how you can fit it for a P4. Comes out of the box fitted for a P3. But as I say, really easy to carve out neatly and make other drones of the quad persuasion fit. There we go. I hope that was useful. I'm really liking the look of this, and yeah, as ever, thank you very much for all your support. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon back on the kitchen table. Until then, cheers.